everyone, this is Joanne coming to you live from Texas. I'm also known as #UnicornBoss. So as you guys are jumping online today, go ahead and hit me up with some unicorn emojis since those are my jam. If you're grabbing me live, go ahead and leave me a number 1. And if you're catching me on the replay, go ahead and leave me a number 2. So super excited tonight, you guys. I want to talk a little bit about making some extra cash money. I've been chatting with so many people lately. Let's face it, these are really hard times right now. So if you feel like you're struggling at all and you could use some extra cash, I want to share with you a little bit more about what I do and how I basically built a multiple 6-figure sales organization from scratch. From nada, sis. I didn't have a social media. I didn't really have hardly any supportive friends and family. In fact, when I started my business 5 years ago, I was in a narcissistic, abusive relationship. So you couldn't get much worse than where I was. So how did I get where I'm at now? So I want to share a little bit with you about what I do, give you the opportunity to really change the financial footprint from your family. What if you could get paid to cook dinner for your family? That's kind of how I started. You don't have to start there. There's many ways that you can market this and do this, but that's kind of where I began. So as you're jumping on, please say hi and let me know where you're coming in from. Please don't forget to friend me and follow me and give the video a quick share. Please, I love and appreciate you so much. If you share, comment shared, so that way I can make sure to give you a very special thank you. Thank you all so much for your love and support. So when I started my business 5 years ago, I had 23 cents in my checking account. And yes, that's a real story. Hi, Danielle. Thanks for coming all the way in from the UK. I'm so happy you're here. Hi, Sylvia. How are you, sweet sister? So I was in dire straits. I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I had this fancy corporate job. You know, I've been in management for probably almost 20 years, but somehow still I was struggling. So if you can relate at all, let me know. Say struggle in the comments here. Hi, Shabella. How are you, sweet sister? So even though I had this fancy corporate job and I was a manager and doing all of these beautiful things and growing, somehow I was still living paycheck to paycheck, and I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. My bills were stacking up and I had 23 cents in my checking account. And by the way, I was also almost 300 pounds. So yeah, I see some of you are commenting struggling. I've got you over live here on Facebook, on TikTok. We're going to put this up on YouTube. So I feel you. I know what that's like. I truly do. I remember there was a time when I had to choose whether I was going to buy dog food or people food. So I really know what that's like. So it's crazy the amount of time that we all spend on social media. If you're not letting social media work for you and you're not monetizing it, you're really missing out. Wouldn't it be awesome? Like, let's say, I mean, you spend at least 10 minutes scrolling every single day, don't you? At least 10? Well, what if you could spend that 10 minutes and actually generate income for yourself and your family? So when I got started with my business 5 years ago, I didn't really have any hope or belief. I thought this ish was fake. I thought it was a scam. And so I thought, well, if I can just get an extra $20 to put in my gas tank, I'll be relieved. Because at that time, 23 cents in my checking account, there were many a time driving home from my fancy corporate job that I was like, I don't know if I have enough gas to get home. And I got paid bi-weekly. So feel free to share with me some of your struggles, what you're going through, what your pay periods look like. But I literally was praying sometimes to get home because I didn't have gas money. So I thought $20 would help. So do you guys want to guess what my first paycheck was? And what I love about this is there are a lot of, I don't want to say fake people out there, but there are a lot of people out there kind of making what I do, network marketing, almost like, I don't know, almost like this surreal experience. I'm not going to tell you you're gonna join this gig and wake up and have $1 million. No, but my first paycheck that I ever got for my business was $50.40, and I was flipping ecstatic. Now, when you don't have money, $50, an extra 50 is a lot of money. So I was elated, and I almost tripled what I ever hoped for. And I was like, gosh darn, you know, if I could do $50, maybe I can make 100. And that was kind of just where the dream began. It was so small, sis. I was hurting so much. And I was so bent and broken. I'm surprised my sponsor ever took a chance on me. Because I told her I'm not going to be one of those people that go live. I told her that I hated cooking. I wasn't going to do a keto kitchen. I mean, I had every excuse, not to mention I was in a narcissistic abusive relationship. I couldn't look in the camera. I don't like public speaking. I mean, I had everything really counting against me. But there was something there where I was finally ready for a change. Does that make sense? So if you're like, gosh, I feel you, sis, that's me, let me know, say ready. Despite all of my shortcomings, despite not having a social media, you know, you guys look at me now and you see I've got 10,000 people on my Facebook. I've got, 6,000 or 7,000 on my TikTok. I got a couple thousand on my Instagram. I got a couple thousand on my YouTube. I started with zero. I had nobody on my Facebook when I first started 5 years ago. And that's why I'm so confident and I know that I can help you, because I can teach you how to build it from the ground up, because I did that, and our systems are so duplicatable. Oh gosh, I hope I can I just have a new monitor set up back here and she just went to sleep and my notes are over there. So hashtag real life right now. So it can be messy. It's okay. The more messy you are, the more people will love you because they see that it's actually real. Hi, David. How are you? Please say hi. If you guys can drop some hearts and share out the video and show some love, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So, despite all of my shortcomings, I felt ready to do something different. I just knew that I couldn't continue down the same path, because if I did, it was looking pretty hopeless. Not only was I almost 300 pounds, not only was I depressed and suicidal, not only was I in an abusive relationship, but I just was like, I got to do something to make just a little bit more money. So I made a decision. So I would encourage you today to make some kind of decision. And it doesn't necessarily have to be with me. Like, I would love that, don't get me wrong, but like, I want to inspire you. Make a decision today that you're worthy and deserving just as much as everyone else. You know, I was suicidal in my 20s and I looked at all my friends and everybody was getting married and having babies and having beautiful jobs and doing fun things, and I was the no girl. I couldn't go out to dinner and I couldn't go hang out and I couldn't do anything because I had 23 cents in my checking account and I had, an awful toxic relationship. So instead of comparing myself and feeling jealous and bitter, I decided that there's nothing that special about these people. If they have it, surely I can too. And I realized that I was a beautiful, good person and I deserved just as much as they did. So I hope today you will make the decision to love yourself and say, I am worthy, okay? So if you're feeling this, let me know, say worthy in the comments so I can cheer you on. So I made the decision. I started first by trying the drink. So if you guys want to try it, let me know, say try in the comments here. From my very first sip, I cried and had tears in my eyes and I knew it was going to change my life forever. Hi, Miss Alicia. How are you, sweet sister? So I tried it first myself as a customer, and then I joined the business that day. And when I joined that day, I had 23 cents in my checking account. There's a reason why I always have that number. It's because I remember. I thought, how on earth am I going to join the business? How am I going to buy this business kit when I have no money? Okay, so if you can relate, let me know in the comments here. So why did I do it and so many other people don't? Some of you I've been talking to for years and you want to join the business and you still haven't. And sis, can you please hear my heart on this? The biggest mistake I see people make is waiting to start their business. Because I'm in the health and wellness industry, some people will say to me, well, I'm going to wait to start until I lose 50 pounds or until I lose 20 pounds. You guys, from day one, I was damn near 300 pounds and I was sharing the drink and burning shit in my kitchen, okay? And there's a reason why starting right away is what propels you to a successful place in your business. It's because people see themselves in you. And there are so many of you, and you've even told me, you've said, when I saw you burning stuff in your kitchen and super obese, and I thought, well, if she can do it, I can do it too. So you are literally a love song to everyone that stops to watch you. And that was how I propelled so quickly and so successfully, was because I was brave enough from day one to just join and be open and coachable. You know, I didn't go live right away. I had a loving mentor that helped me do that, but eventually I got there, and there's never any pressure to do it all from day one. You are your own boss. So you get to pick when, where, how much you want to work, what you want to do, what you want your brand to be, and I am here to help coach you and lock all of that goodness. Hi, Lisa. How are you, sweet sister? But it all starts, like I said, with making that decision, deciding that you are worthy, and then getting creative, sis. I did not have the money for my business kit, but I tried the product. I fell in love with it. I knew it was going to save a lot of lives. It saved my life too. And I thought, we're just going to make it work. Have you ever seen that show, Top Chef? There was this like one of the very first seasons. He said, make it work. I'm going to make it work. Hashtag make it work, you know? So I made it work. I didn't have the money. So by the way, if you want to change your life and you feel aligned with me and you've been watching me, or maybe you're brand new to me and you're like, she's speaking my soul song, I want to do it, I want to know more, let me know. Say more in the comments here and I'll share with you. And don't let the money hold you back, because I came up with 6 ways to start your business even when you don't have the money. And guess how I developed those 6 ways? It's because I didn't have the money when I started. So I'll be honest with you, I paid off a minimum on a credit card to then max it out again to get my business kit. That's what I did. Now, if that doesn't work for you, I do have 5 other ways, you know, that you can come up with the cash even when you don't have the money. So, but you have to be at least curious and brave enough to be like, what are those 6 things? What does she have? You know, have a conversation with me. Let me know. Say more in the comments here. Let's chit chat about it. The most successful people in business are the ones that get creative. So if you feel stuck or you're stumped, you just kind of got to shift a little bit. Figure it out. Try something new. You know, when you go to school or when you go to your job and your boss wants something done and it feels impossible, it's very rare that you tell them, no, it can't happen. I mean, you might have to have a tough conversation if you try a couple things and you really can't get it and it's really impossible. But for the most part, your boss doesn't want to hear no. Your teacher doesn't want to hear no. They want you to figure it out. Light up that creativity and try something new. So there are plenty of people that get started in network marketing every single day that don't have money for their business kit. And they figure it out and they get creative and they are wildly successful. Thank goodness I maxed out my credit card 5 years ago because I would have never expected to 10x my income in less than a year. And it took me about 8 months to make the same amount of money that my corporate job did, which is, well, five-figure income, okay? Now, everybody is different, you guys. One of the girls that is actually on my team, she is a rock star. She was able to get a paycheck with a comma in 3 months. It took me almost a year. It took her 3 months. What could you do? The sky is really limitless. And I come very much from a fear-based background. Hope and well, I've always was a really big dreamer. So let me know if you're a dreamer too. You can say dreamer in the comments here. But I tend to go straight to the fear and worst case scenario. So if that's you too, let me know. Say fear in the comments here, because you are so welcome. You are not alone. And it's because I come from trauma and I come from abuse, and, you know, we're used to surviving whatever it takes. So we always go to worst case scenario, what we're going to do, how we're going to figure it out, how we're going to survive. Okay. So I remember saying to my mentor, well, what if I can't do it? What if I can't make this money back? What if I can't pay off my credit card? What if I had a million things that I was afraid of? And she said to me, but sis, what if you fly? Sure, you might fall, you might stumble, but what if you fly? Like, what if you take off? What if everything happens for you? What if everything works out for your highest good? And I never even considered it. Hi, Kelly. How are you, sweet sister? I love you so much. I'm so happy you're here. So, moral of the story is, don't wait any longer. Just get started. You don't have to do it all at once. Just one little step at a time. And the best way, hear me on this. I heard somebody say this once. I wish I could remember who I heard it from so I could give them credit. But somebody said to me at one point, the best time to start a business is when you don't have the money. And it sounds counterintuitive, right? It's like, what? You would think you would want to wait, save, get yourself stable, and start in a couple months when everything's in a good place, right? No, it's actually counterintuitive. The best time to start a business is when you don't have the money, because why? You can start earning extra cash right away. And that was my story. 23 cents in my checking account, made a small payment on a credit card to then max it out, got my business kit, and in less than 30 days, I generated an extra $1,000 roughly in income through multiple sources, bonuses, trials, different things, commissions. And I was able to not only pay my business kit off, but then leave with some extra profit in my pocket, which is the whole point. So I went from 23 cents to all of a sudden having a couple extra $100. Life-changing, you guys. And you don't need to have a network. You don't need to have all these friends. I'm not going to tell you to harass your friends and family. Honestly, I'll tell you, those are probably the worst people to ask, because we don't want to push people away that love us. But use your social media, you guys. If you follow the systems, and I've got the scripts, I've got a robot to help you launch your business successfully in less than 48 hours. I've got graphics. Well, we don't really use graphics in that way, but I can help you figure out what your brand is. Unicorn Boss, it took some time, but eventually I figured it out. And I'm really good at helping people find what their passion is. And I basically use social media to create content that I'm passionate about, so it attracts people that like those things, I tend to talk a lot about survivor content and manifestation and law of attraction, and of course keto and low carb. So I meet all kinds of people that are interested in those same things. And then the right people very organically are like, hey, I want to try your product. Hey, I want to join your team. I just love you. It's so easy, sis. But you've got to start with first making that decision that you're ready. Enough is enough. Stop living paycheck to paycheck. Stop struggling. What if money could be easy? What if money could be fun? You have to reprogram your whole idea about money. I used to always think that money was hard. If that's you, let me know. Say hard in the comments here. I used to think I had to work 1,000,000 hours of overtime and have 3 different jobs, and I had to be tired and aching and groaning about money. And sis, that is just an absolute lie. Money is just an energetic exchange. And when you align yourself with an opportunity, with a mentor, with the right company, with the right job, schooling, whatever it is that you will pick, because not all of you are going to align with me, but I want you to find the thing that aligns with you the most. And when you are aligned and you are using your gifts to, in this social media world, create content that you're passionate about, and when you are in your gift zone, it's just so easy, and it flows, and it is fun. And what I get to do is help people. And I love helping people. I love helping people be more confident. I love helping people feel truly worthy. I love helping people change the financial footprint of their family. And I love helping people feel happy again. Because when I started my journey 5 years ago, I was the furthest thing from happy that there is. So if you've been following me for a minute, or even if you're brand new, if you need some extra cash, let me know. Say cash or drop some money emojis. I would love to help you do that and have a lot of fun and work your own hours and do it at your own pace. And Kelly knows. Kelly's on my team. But, her and I have chatted many a time about how to work through some of those blocks. And that's what my mentor did for me. I told her I am never going live. And I meant it. And I also don't like cooking. So is it a shock to you that I built this giant business doing cooking videos? So when you want something bad enough, you begin to grow. And just one little step at a time. It took me probably about 6 months before I finally was brave enough to go live. My mentor, her and I are like best friends now. We love each other so much. And I asked her, I was like, did you ever think I would make it? And she said, I always knew you would make it. She said, but I didn't know that it was going to be as amazing as what you are right now. because I was just the no girl. No, I'm not going to do it. No, I won't cook. No, I won't go live. No, I won't do this. No, I won't send that script. I was just like a hard no about everything. And sis, if you can be open. Oops, sorry, I had a little blip in my network. Hopefully you got all of that. But what could it do for you? What if that was you? What if it was your story? So don't forget to say money, or drop some money emojis or info, or say more in the comments here. By the way, I have my link, so if you click on it, it will ask you to put in your name, your email, and your phone number, and you can choose either you want more information about getting healthy or you want some more information about making money online. Once you have your information in there, I can shoot you a quick text, and it really is me chatting. I am texting you, and I would love to answer your questions. I would love to know what you're struggling with, what your goals are, what would change your family's life. And let's do this. It's so much fun, and I can't wait to welcome you home to my team. So I love you. I appreciate you. Have an amazing night, and I'll be back to chat with you again soon. Take care.